Hey guys, welcome to another Arcane Challenger Series. John and I have both been beaten by Evan Strakov, so I'm on Vyros1, a new caster for me for the first time.
I'm playing Borka2, new caster first time.
That's not true. You played 3 new casters in this series.
True. Borka2 is a new caster.
You're playing Borka2 for the first time in the series, which should be really cool. So the matchup's going to be Vyros1 versus Borka2, and I hope you guys enjoy it. If I lose this game, I'm planning to go to Sturgis the Corrupted from Cragback.
If I lose the game, I'm going to Borka1.
It might be a dare to go to Sturgis the Corrupted, so I'm really hoping to win this game. Anyway guys, check it out, leave a comment below if you enjoy it, and subscribe to our channel for more Arcane Assist.
Good luck.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of our Arcane Challenger Series. I'm joined here by John. How's it going, John?
Not bad. How you doing, Tim?
Pretty great. This, as we mentioned before, is the first time I'm playing Vyros and the first time John's playing Borka2. So I'm pretty jazzed about this. I was anxious about specifically John's feat, so I built my list a little bit around that. I brought a full unit of Sentinels, who are not a standard in the Vyros list I've been playing, along with the Infiltrators, who certainly are. And I brought with them a fewer Griffons than I normally bring. I brought a Chimera, I brought Imperatus, and then I've got a bit more of a limited battle group than I would normally bring with me. The tech with the Sentinels is they have a mini feat that allows them to be immune to stationary. So my hope is that I can position them really aggressively, and then I can feat and use that to charge, like mini feat with them, and charge into John's feat. That's my hope for their tools, and I'm excited about the matchup. I think it could be really interesting, and I've brought some tools to bear for it, but I'm also anxious about how powerful Borka's countercharge game really is.
I brought Borka2, one of my favorite casters. I don't think he's top tier yet. I think there's definitely a possibility you can make him top tier if you play around with him. My list is more into Warmachine. I play 4 Slag Trolls, Rock, Mauler, Brun, and then his bear that comes with him. Then I have the Min Stones and a list of Ryssyl. So it's definitely countercharge, weapon masters, Slag Trolls, because they have erosion on their melee attacks and range attacks. So their assault is pretty good too in this matchup. Basically in this game I want to go up the board, feat early, force you to figure out something or stay outside of my, try to disengage or stay outside my engagement, and then hopefully I can win in the scenario. But I also figure if he comes in hard, I can do a lot of damage with my slags. That's how I'm going into this game.
All right, well, without further ado, let's get into it. So there's a couple of things that are interesting about this matchup. One of the things is that this board has a big acid bath in the middle of the table. Now, I've got a fair amount of infantry, so this definitely affects me more than it affects John. And he's also got a lot of access to immunity corrosion, and continuous corrosion is less relevant when you don't have infantry. That said, whenever my Sentinels charge and hit one of those Slag Trolls, they're going to be on continuous corrosion anyway. So I deployed them across from that pool, knowing that they're going to relentlessly charge through it to hit some Slag Trolls, and it won't be relevant to me that they already happen to be on corrosion. Hoping I can use my List Healer to remove some of those corrosion effects and be fairly well positioned in the matchup anyway. So everything powers up. I activate the Apparition on the Chimera first. That happens, of course, in the maintenance phase. Vyros spends 3 to cast Mobility and 2 to throw Inviolable Resolve. In this case, I debated putting Inviolable Resolve on Imperatus, but I ended up putting it on Vyros himself, just because I'm anxious that there are a lot of sprays, a lot of assaults in this list, and it could turn into a real big problem for me. Sylys just runs up. Again, this is mostly a positioning turn. My Sentinels position again to be able to charge through that acid bath. They have the full command on them, so I do a pretty good job of protecting the officer. With the officer's reasonable command value and the standard giving him +2 command, they can spread out pretty wide, but I've kept them fairly compact because I want to be able to deliver a really excellent punch with them. I move my Griffons up on the flank here. Again, with mobility and +2 speed, they go to speed 8. They run 16 inches. They're positioned very aggressively. An Arcanist follows up with them. You can see I've left in the deployment zone one of the Sentinels with a Soulless Escort base to base. That's not actually unintentional. I want the ability, if Vyros has to pull back really conservatively, to cycle Inviolable Resolve over to them later, or to keep them relevant. And that Soulless Escort is still in command range, so he's still giving the -5 to a spell. It doesn't affect Borka's spray. So there's not a lot to be particularly worried about in this matchup, but I'm still I'm there with them because it's a good habit if you need to keep that particular element of the list protected. And that's Imperatus right up the board, threatening as much as I can.
So it's my turn. Yeah, I never played against Tim's list before. Vyros in general, I've never played against him. And now thinking about it, I'm like, wow, he's almost like halfway up the board with most of his models, and some of his models are halfway up the board. So now I'm debating at the start of this turn, I'm like, do I play passive and not feat? But then I think Tim threatens me like 3 inches or 4 inches outside my deployment zone, so I figure that I feel like it's going to be a feat turn no matter what for myself, like this turn. So I'm just like, I got to run things up and try to give Tim as minimal as possible where I can still take as much as possible with using countercharge. So like I said, a lot of positional on this turn, and I tend to eat up a lot of my clock when I have to go second, because I haven't really figured out the way to play a list going second quite yet. So I have Borka moving up. He's cast countercharge on himself, put a whole bunch in the stone. Brun and Lund moved up. He's put Stoneholder on himself, so base to base, one less die, and can't be knocked down when his base to base was lug.
Yep.
Slag has run up the table. Now I'm working on. I'm debating. I'm still on Borka's turn. I'm like, do I feat or not feat? And I decide, you know what? This is a turn of feat. I'm up the table. This is where I'm going to run everything up the table. I want to jam put things there. Come at me. I'm outside your threat range of your units.
Yeah, I think this is actually a really smart play. So you feat a bit proactively, which means the thing that I have that can crack armor well when it's not, when it is your feat turn, is my unit of Sentinels. Because they can say no stationary and they can charge you. You stay out of their threat range and feat to protect yourself from my jacks.
Yeah.
And the jacks you're still in threat range of. So it's for the record, this Slag Troll proxy base on the hill is super annoying the entire game. We just don't have a great way to deal with him. One of the things I've considered is bringing blue tack and just blue tacking some of the proxy bases down to terrain when it becomes appropriate. It's pretty easy to remove. It's one of the things we do at the Southern Ontario Open is we just blue tack all the terrain to tables so it doesn't get moved or jostled at all.
2D terrain's so much better.
I don't agree. I 100%
like 2D
don't
terrain,
agree.
But I like 3D terrain, sorry, but it's so hard, and maybe the blue tack will solve it. But for hills, it's really hard. Our waters are really nice. I like our waters. You can easily put a model on top of it, no issues.
Yep.
So sorry, getting back to the game. So basically, I ran everything up in threat range where I have countercharge 6 inches. I have some slags forward, some slags backwards. I have rock right up the middle of the table. He can get Imperatus on him if he clears a slag. So now Tim has some thinking. But he can't crack the armor because first hit, you're stationary.
It's not an end of activation?
Maybe.
I still certainly don't want to be stationary. That's a death sentence.
When an enemy model hits one or more friendly models in Borka's control range, immediately called, with a melee attack, that enemy model becomes stationary for 1 round after the attack is resolved. So you only get 1 attack. So it's a strong feat. One hit, you're not going to kill rock in 1 hit.
Yep.
So he's up the board. Mauler's hanging back to give out rush. The problem with my list is I have a lot more beasts than I do Fury. So my Mauler only gets a walk, and everything else gets a run.
Right.
So Borka's camping 0 in the forest.
Yeah, and you don't have any whelps or a Dunia Knot or anything like that for Fury management of the list, but I think that's okay. I mean, you're mostly a countercharge skew list, I think, especially with access to all of those erosions. And Rock's stumbling drunk, so I'm going to hit him once, be stationary, and have him walk out of my melee range. That's a bad plan, if you were wondering. That's a plan I will not be doing.
Also on feet, my whole army has stealth.
Yes, stealth is true. So stealth is relevant. It's not even just your army. It's models in your control area.
Yep.
So like some of my models have stealth. So what I've seen done a few times with Borka is like you move Borka up aggressively, stealth their front line, shoot the things behind it, which is cute. I mean, there's a lot of cool tools in Borka's box here. So you're going to see here that this entire unit of infiltrators runs into a trench. Because I'm like, Borka's got a bomb.
Trench is mine.
there's some stuff in this list. I just don't want to have these dudes die because they're mostly there. They're hard to kill unless you blast them, in which case they're going to die. And like stealth plus immunity to blast damage, they're in a much safer situation here. And I need them in reserve so that I can get the feat. Because I'm not feeding this turn. I'm feeding probably next turn.
Okay, if you feat this turn, you only get 1 attack per Griffon. Then they'll be stationary.
Often I only get 1 attack per Griffon anyway, but yeah, no, it's a bad news. And I like the biggest problem isn't that I won't do the damage I want to do; it's that I need to not suffer the reprisal that having all my guys drop down to def auto hit would cause. So my Chimera apparated, and then it's gonna walk. Run. It ran a little further than it could have walked. And the important thing here is with its apparition move, it like apparated into countercharge range, but it's not a move, it's a place effect, so it didn't proc countercharge. And then it ran so that it was outside of your melee range and got into position. What I'm hoping to do is to catch Lanyssa Ryssyl with a spell and murder her. So that's what Vyros does here. Is he Arcane Secrets, boosts to hit, drops lowest, manages to clip her, and then with Arcane Secrets he kills her with a Stranglehold.
Yeah, one move I did not see coming. Like I honestly did not see this coming. Lanyssa Ryssyl in this list is pretty huge.
Yep.
She deals quite a bit with the +2 movement, free charges. It's really good.
It's a threat range extender and a fury management tool for you.
And
in a lot of ways.
She's cold, so she just fits in the list perfectly being stealth.
For like the theme factor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair. Yeah, she's a blast. She's definitely a really important model for me to murder. So I charge some Sentinels. So first Sentinel charges, gets countercharged by a slag, gets killed. Good talk. And I think you do actually kill him here. Or no, sorry, with combination of Iron Zeal and they mini-feeded for Iron Zeal, and I apologize. I said in the first turn that I put Inviolable Resolve on Vyros. I guess I actually put it on the Sentinels here. My misrecollection. Apparently I put the token there. It's very obvious to everybody but Tim doing the commentary from a turn ago. So the Sentinels are actually pretty respectable armor. That guy who charged in became continuously corroded, so he may die next turn. But he was armor 15, goes to 18, goes to 20, and then now that the guy's base to base with them, they're 22. So the slag had to flub damage a little bit to not kill him, but he did.
Some of them are running as well.
Yeah, actually a lot of them are running. The only ones that get corroded are the ones that are sort of are charging through that rough terrain, but most of these guys are running over here, putting up kind of a defensive position.
So you doing this? Were you baiting the charges? Like
I was hoping, yeah.
I have 2 slags I charged with, a countercharge with. I didn't countercharge with Rock. I didn't countercharge because I'm engaged. I didn't countercharge with Brun and Lug. So like, or Macaster even. Macaster even has countercharge.
That's true. Yeah.
He's 7 inches.
Like, the dwarf doesn't.
The dwarf doesn't. Lug does, and he has return.
Lug does.
But like I countercharged with 2, so I have 2 slags up there, which then resulted in them getting charged.
Yeah, I got to do a bunch more damage. I mean, countercharge is a risky play. I mean, potentially you kill a Sentinel, but also potentially you expose yourself to my threat range. It's a little easier to do on your feat turn because normally you have problems with like, okay, cool, I get to charge you now, and then you freeze me. But in this case, the Sentinels being immune to stationary with that mini feat, they're well positioned to get real damage into you. I sort of posture Griffons on the flanks. I'm trying to like set up to get some good charges next turn.
Also thinking about the countercharge of my slags, I didn't countercharge like the first few that came in. I countercharged like the ones that near the end because I knew that you wouldn't get as many on them afterwards.
Sure. And
I was trying to bait your one, like some Griffins to come in and try to kill one slag upwards. Like I'm trying to bait it with one slag. I can lose one slag and not a problem. I can lose, few models here and there, if I can keep Rock and Mauler around, they can really contest on your
Yeah, and unlike a version of the Vyros list I've been playing that has like more like 8 Griffins in it, this one doesn't have enough Griffins that I can really afford to trade them 1-for-1 for Slag Trolls. I need them to do real work on the feet, and they can't afford to die before it. So what are you thinking at this point, John? What's going through your head?
At this point, like at the start of the last turn, I thought it was pretty bad for feeding. But then halfway through the turn, I thought, like, cool, I'm going to feed this turn. We're going to go with it. And now looking at the board state, I'm like, you know what? The feat actually turned out really good. Now I have the chance to engage you and try to do the damage I can, get as many Griffins off the table as I can, so your feat won't affect as many of your Griffins and your army.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough. I'm probably not going to get a ton of work out of the feat just by the way the line of engagement has been drawn. And I think that's almost entirely dictated by the place in the game sequence that you feed it at.
Yeah, I feel real comfortable. And now I'm trying to figure out how much damage I can do. I want to unjam my Slags so they can get onto your Jacks because they hurt. Like Slags with Rage, Weapon Masters.
Yep, that's a problem.
With Assault, like it's really good. Like Slags are really good into Jacks, and under like they don't get Assault on their counter charge. They get the regular charge, but they get 4 dice against constructs. Like it's solid. So right now I'm thinking of how do I disengage my 2 Slags in the middle, my 3 Slags in the middle of all these Sentinels, right? Sentinels.
Yep.
And then I'm like, okay, after they're disengaged, where are they going? Like, which ways are they going? Being immune to corrosion doesn't mean you're immune to Pathfinder. So going through that corrosion pit, I still have to take in part of the movement penalty, right? So
yeah, it's funny. I'm immune to the rough terrain effect by having a relentless charge with the Sentinels, but I'm going to die to corrosion. And you're immune to the corrosion, but you're like, oh, not having Pathfinder is rough. That acid pool is like irrelevant and relevant to us in like interesting degrees.
It's really, I like throwing the acid pool into our last couple of games. I feel like it brings a new element to the game. You actually have to work around it, and it's nice. So currently I'm just moving my stones up, doing the aura, +1 strength. I'm doing the easy things first before I come back to this bottom of the board. My caster's going to go over. He's going to do some pounding with his mace on a few Sentinels that are in the way. He's rat 7.
Yeah, he's slamming.
Mat 7, sorry.
Naturally.
So he's smacking some around.
You ended up just walking, not charging, right?
Yeah, walk 7.
Yep. Yeah, so that you can get the bear attack and not have to impact. That makes more sense.
Yeah, I didn't want to impact Rock or anything like that. So I smacked him. Disengage Rock now. So now Rock can move up.
Yeah, that's relevant.
So Rock can move up and has to deal with 4 Sentinels that are in there. And I need to make sure that when I berserk with Rock, I don't berserk into like all my stuff.
Yep.
So okay, I'm going measure Imperatus' threat range with my caster,
which is stupid high.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, either way, I'm not going to get out of it. So I'm just going back up as far as I can.
Yep.
But also, I want to keep as much as I can in my control range, which is 10, because I want to get some Slags onto Imperatus.
So your goal this turn is to kill Imperatus?
I want to say no, but yeah, my goal this turn is to kill Imperatus.
Okay. No, I mean it's worth playing around with. I think at this point on the actual game being played, you said something like, "I'm gonna kill Imperatus," and I was like, "No, you're not. It's Imperatus."
Yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna kill Imperatus with 2 Slags. Tim's like, "No, you're not. There's no possible way." I'm like, "Well, 1 Slag's gonna be raged, and 1 Slag maybe will be enraged as well." Oh wait, caster went. Can't rage the second one. So then I'm like, okay, cool. How do I get 3 on Imperatus? So that was my goal now, is to get the 3 on Imperatus.
I mean, Imperatus doesn't have Inviolable Resolve, so he's only armor 18.
One will have Primal now.
One will have Primal, one will have Rage. That was the plan?
That was the plan.
Good plan. All right, let's see how it plays out for you.
So, now I got Rock. Walks up there, starting to smack some of these guys around.
He primaled a Slag.
He primal Slag.
And he just starts berserking through Sentinels. Armor 22 ain't got nothing on Papless strength, 20?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just going to murder all of these.
And he's
Sentinels.
berserking them all. He's not eating them off. Like, he's not...
Yeah. I mean, you don't need to snack because you're not damaged.
And I don't take any attacks in any of my slags because I made sure I was positioned right enough so it wouldn't work.
Yeah, you don't quite have line of sight to the slag, or you're just outside of melee with the slag. He's got 1-inch melee, which gives him a pretty big footprint for berserking. So he got most of the Sentinels. In fact, I think he may have gotten all the Sentinels who were corroded.
I did get all except the one.
All except one. Yep.
So now the problem is I primaled the wrong slag because the way I positioned myself, I couldn't primal the slag that was going to go on to Imperatus.
Right.
Because I had to position it so I don't kill it. Because, well,
okay.
Rock would do that.
You turned to not face line of sight to it, which meant you couldn't primal it.
Yeah.
I
So
see.
unfortunately now I primaled the one on the bottom of the tail, this orange one.
And again, because of the position of the acid bath, you don't have distance to charge to Imperatus because you don't have Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's going to go try to kill a Griffin? Is that the plan?
He's going to kill a Griffin.
Yep.
So log goes up, kills the one Sentinel that was just chilling there, blocking the line of sight to
the last corroded
the
Sentinel.
last corroded. Brun walks up, camping 3 with Stonehold, and that's it. Doesn't even take his gunshot. That's totally forgot that. He ran up. That's why.
Right.
He ran up so he can get base to base, so he can get not knocked down and one less die. All that fun stuff.
Yep.
So now I'm measuring Pathfinder through the corrosion pit with the slag and realizing, oh shoot, I don't have Pathfinder even though I'm immune to corrosion. It does work out. Like we did measure it. We did all the pre-measure. It does work out. We lucked out. So he's going to kill a Griffin. Like his plan is to kill a Griffin.
Yep.
And he's primaled. So he's going down next turn no matter what to myself.
He has to charge to get the distance.
Okay, so...
sorry.
So in the end, we talked about it because I thought we had Pathfinder, but he does not have Pathfinder. I'm like, okay, you know what? Do you mind if I just charge the other one because you want to kill a Griffin? That's
and that's
that
fine.
was my plan. Like, so he's Mat 6 goes to 8.
Yep. Hits.
His salt hits, does a few points of damage. His charge attack hits and does quite a bit of damage. His dice,
dice minus 3, I think. Are they POW 15 with primal?
They are POW 15 with primal.
Yeah. So he does like 13 points of damage or something crazy. Takes out the shield, does 7 actual boxes.
Second attack hits because your defense 12.
Yep. Defense 12 hits again.
And then
does
I rolled
also
13.
Really good damage.
So by my one attack hits and then does another 7 points of damage, but kills him.
Yeah, I mean that plus the assault shot is enough to take out a Griffin. So like you can see they're murder machines.
Slags are really good. I didn't want to play this caster at all into any hordes, so I was waiting for the week where both my opponents had Warmachine casters locked in, and I knew no matter what, if one was going to win, I was playing a Warmachine caster. So I was like, "Yep, Borka2," because I want to show this. I want to show this list off.
I feel like he'd be interesting into like Baldur2 with Boulderwrath, like that list, because they're all constructs and you could like erode them. The problem is that they'd pair it with something that was all living.
This list is also interested into Scorn when they have all those fancy constructs.
Just murder immortals. So.
Haven't been through that before.
That's pretty cool. That's a neat list. I like it.
So now I'm like, okay, cool. I have charge lanes. I want to get 3 slags onto Imperatus. So this is the one with the rage.
Okay, Rage Slag first.
So he is 5th, goes a 13, goes a 16.
Yep.
Under stone.
He ends up boosting to hit because he needs a 7 to hit on his charge attack.
Yep. I wanted to hit the charge. I think hitting the charge is huge. He's under stone, so it's dice 16, 17, POW 17.
Yep.
Master.
And he rolls quite well. Takes out all of Imperatus' shield boxes and does some actual damage to his system.
Second initial.
Yep.
I'm not sure if I remember the salt on this one.
No, you remember the assault but missed. It needs an 8 to hit.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just hard rolled the assault and boosted the charge. So that's 2 fury, and then boosted my second initial and did some more damage.
Yep. So 1 to charge, 1 to boost, and then bot attack. Or sorry, boosted your second one, I think?
Yeah, boosted my second one.
Yep.
So that's full fury.
Yeah, so he... and then... Something like that. Sorry. Very close. You did quite a bit of damage with that slag. More than I think I was expecting you to do.
I'm like, oh, cool. I did this much damage. 2 more slags should be able to finish him off. But, like, I got in the mindset of, like, okay, I got this. And also I'm like, I forgot that they're not raged. And neither of them are primal now.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, okay, now they're only doing POW 14 Swap Masters until POW 17.
And they still need 7s to hit. And, I'm still armor 18. And then the biggest problem with Imperatus, the problem that I feel like we encounter all the time, is that one big hit you do on the charge attack, if he has 3 boxes left and you do 30 damage,
comes back.
like you spill 27 damage into the void. Like it just does no damage because it's like, oh, good, you did the last 3. Now he heals 17.
So this one Slag walks up and takes a shot at one of the guys' units, the UA leader.
Yeah, the officer in the Sentinel unit. Yep.
He toughs, or doesn't.
No,
Tough.
you killed him.
Oh yeah, sorry, kill, and then you were just figuring out who to promote.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
Place someone as leader model because you also happen to kill the leader model in the unit.
And you take the corrosion with you when you replace.
Nope.
No, if it's corrosion and you replace 2 of the corrosion unit, you upkeep the corrosion, right?
What?
So if I kill a unit model, and you have to replace it to another model that has corrosion.
The model still has corrosion.
Corrosion. Yeah.
I mean, basically, you just say someone else took the promotion. All the effects that were on them are still there. So
over to your turn, Tim.
Yep. So the first thing that happens is I start resolving vengeance, and you countercharge a sentinel. Or sorry, you countercharge a Soulless Escort, who moved with vengeance. The primal guy countercharged it, and I believe you actually missed
I rolled
the
3.
Soulless Escort. Soulless Escort hits you, but his power plus strength 9, so it's like dice minus 7.
No damage.
Does no damage to you. This was deliberate. So I was pretty sure John would want to countercharge this model, and that would then take it out of his control area and be facing way the wrong way to frenzy onto either nothing or the Soulless if he didn't kill it. So this Soulless move was like totally deliberate. The other Sentinels advance and are trying to get good attacks on the Slag. I'm trying to just do work with my vengeance attacks. I think at this point the Sentinels need to do a lot of work to get me back into the attrition game.
So going into your turn, feat turn, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I suspect it will be a feat turn.
Do you think you're down in this game right now?
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down a little bit. Probably just a few too many pieces. The Rock Berserk on the Sentinels and the amount of damage that they ended up doing to Slags on the approach just didn't quite even out. I was hoping that with their Weapon Master attacks, they'd do really well. They only needed 5s to hit, and 2 of them that charged on the Slags the previous turn actually missed.
Yeah.
So they probably should have killed a Slag and didn't, and then you got to kill 4 Sentinels for that trade. So I'm down.
They're making up this turn.
Yeah, I mean, vengeance plus their regular attacks always helps. Like, that's a big aspect of what makes them really effective.
You just rolled 2 13 rolls in a row.
Yeah, so this is Vyros. Vyros
just walks up and just
walks up, flank through Imperatus, and just is going to murder some Slags. My plan, because I feel down right now, is I'm going to unjam Imperatus, and I'm going to murder your caster.
You just rolled 13, 13, 14.
Yep.
In 3 rolls to kill 2 Slags.
Hashtag flank weapon masters.
Like, so good.
Yeah, so Vyros...
Vyros just walks up.
For anyone who doesn't know this, Vyros1 is Mat 8, Power Strength 14 with Reach, and then he has Flank, Warjack in his battle group. So he goes to Mat 10, Weapon Master, Power Strength 14, Reach. Like, he is a monster in melee.
Yeah, I did not know this, and as Tim was doing this, and I realized that I lost 2 Slags in 3 attacks, I was quite surprised when this happened.
Yeah.
I'm like, that just happened? Yep. I thought I did a pretty good job at jamming him. No.
not against Vyros. He's a goddamn monster.
Yeah.
So I cast like Vyros moved up, made his attacks, and then I cast mobility. I didn't get to allocate anything. I think most of the time with Vyros, I like to use his stack on him just because he has such a good spell list and so many tools. So I'm going to rely on my Arcanists to power up Imperatus. And I'm going to run the Infiltrators to jam. The order of activations of Infiltrators is important here. First thing I do is I run one to engage the Mauler. Then I run one that only the Mauler could have countercharged to. Because he's engaged, he can't countercharge. The goal here is I'm getting them to deny countercharges, and then also to be the flank bots for Imperatus on his caster. What's Borka camping at this point, John?
1.
Camping 1.
1.
So I'm thinking with flank, Imperatus becomes Mat 9. He needs 4s to hit. With Mat 9, 4s to hit, he's got 2 POW 17 initials that are all Weapon Masters. And then you're what, POW 19, arm 19, arm 20?
I am arm 20.
20. So it'll be dice minus 3. I should finish you in my 2 initials and force a transfer on the 3rd attack. And then I'll have 2 more bot attacks to finish you off. Because with Vyros, I charge for free. So this should be really comfortable. Even if you tough a couple times, I think this is a really reliable assassination.
So I counter charge with the bear. He has Pathfinder into one of these Griffins in the back.
Yep.
Counter charge is pretty good. I rolled 14. So like it's POW 16? POW 16.
Yep. Griffin's arm
14.
18, so you do really reasonable damage to this Griffin. I sort of made a mistake here. The Griffin's moving into position to get flank onto the Slag here and do real work against the Slag to clear the lane for Imperatus, but I just sort of forgot the bear also has counter charge. It's not in Borka's Battlegroup, so I'm like, it's not a part of battle charge, but it just has counter charge on its card.
Also, it has return.
Yep.
But I decided not to return it because I didn't want to lose, like, disengaging. And also with that bear being in that pit, he's actually in the zone.
Yeah, he's in the zone. He's screening it pretty well. I'm unlikely to be able to kill the bear this turn. He actually ends up taking out the shield on the Griffin, which is really rough. And I do kill the Slag. I mean, flank on the Griffins helps a lot.
So there's more of these units just running, making sure I can't countercharge. You're basically clearing a path now. Like, this is like down the table, you can see a path opening up for Imperatus.
Yeah, these are Sentinels activating because the Infiltrators have already activated. But you've got a couple of Sentinels who charged on the Mauler. At this point, I'm mostly trying to like make his transfer targets a little bit more challenging. In the event that this goes south, I want to have like good attrition work done to his army, and some of them are running because they need to get out of that lane. So the couple that charged the Mauler. He's armed 20, but they're weapon masters. I don't roll spectacularly on really any of these attacks, but I put a couple of points in the Mauler, and I'm okay with that.
You just rolled.
That's
you rolled a 19. 6-6-6-1.
Okay, fair enough. That's a spectacular roll. Fair enough. Okay, I rolled spectacular on one of them. That's 11 damage to the Mauler. Get fucked, Mauler.
Yeah, really. Not enough to kill him. Mauler's still around, still healthy. He's doing his job. As you can see with the boxes, he's slowly going down. There's a hit right there.
Yeah. The Mauler's on like what, 5 boxes?
5 boxes now.
All right.
I got a transfer target for 5 boxes.
You got a transfer target for 5 boxes.
And a rock.
And rock is a transfer target too. Rock's not full. In fact, I think the only thing Rock did was cast Primal. So at this point, Imperatus is in a position to charge. Imperatus charges Borka.
I had never seen this going. Like, honestly, I thought it was outside. I measured it. I had a lot of stuff in between. I didn't think you would be able to clear that easy.
So Imperatus doesn't have concentrated power because I think it makes more sense to give him focus on the feat turn than it does to give him damage just because he's already a weapon master and he's Mat 9. And charge attack, Mat 9, double ones misses. Second initial hits. Weapon master pass 17, dice minus 3, I roll a 5. So this is going south really, really fast. Those were the 2 attacks that were supposed to kill Borka. I needed a 4 to hit him, and I rolled double ones to hit.
And by the way, after you killing those Slags, you also gave me more transfer targets. You gave me 3 transfers now.
Yeah, you have 3 transfers now, which is unfortunate, but I needed to kill that Slag to clear the lane.
You bought on rock.
No, I kept it going on Borka because of the flank, and then had you transfer it to rock.
One of those big ones to rock, which
and then you took a moderate hit, and then my last attack also does a really reasonable chunk of damage, which you also transferred to rock. So rock has a crippled aspect, maybe 2 crippled aspects, I think. Lost spirit and mind, and then Borka has taken like 9 points of damage.
Yeah, Borka's hurting now. Rock is hurting. Mauler's hurting. I'm on fire.
Yep, yeah, Imperatus' blades cause fire. You took like 27 less damage than I was expecting to do.
Well, your charge attack missing?
Yeah, that's a huge deal. Because it's a 4-die charge attack.
If your charge attack hits, rock dies and some backlash, probably?
Yep.
30 box rock. 30 box rock, you did like 18 in one attack to him?
Yep.
So...
yeah, so that's rough. So now I'm in damage control mode. I've got to not lose now. So Sylys runs, blocks a lane to Vyros. The Griffon on the far flank charges, he hits with the charge attack because he has flank and powerful charge, and does enough damage to finish the Mauler. I'm like, okay, just kill enough of your army that you can't quite kill me in reprisal. Because Vyros is empty. Like, he's empty. He's 15-17, but he's empty. And I'm just anxious that I just need to not die here. Because what I thought was a really safe assassination went south. Like, pretty far south.
So that's my turn. Things are primaling.
You frenzied onto that Soulless, just
Slag
like
Troll
planned.
had to go. Basically gave you Vengeance.
Yeah, no, that was gorgeous.
I did not even notice that. He's like, oh yeah, Vengeance. I'm like, what do you mean Vengeance? I was trying the whole turn not give you Vengeance. You're like, no, it's actually part of the unit. I'm like, are you kidding me? So yeah, he has Vengeance now. That was not what I wanted.
Also, that Soulless Escort, despite the fact that most of the Sentinels are on the hill on the other side of the board, the officer is in the acid pool and has just like incredible command range because of that banner. So that Soulless was in formation and got killed by the Slag Troll, and now Vengeance is up.
So now I'm thinking, okay, I lived. Well, first things first, Imperatus has to die. If I leave him to live, if you leave him there, I'm dead.
You don't get that lucky twice. Eh?
No, I don't. Like this. Okay, Imperatus, you must die. How do I do it? I'm thinking, okay, first things first, easy. Stones. Run charge order. Let's see if I can kill the things that are engaging my stuff.
Yeah,
It's only mat 5, but I got 2 attacks, mat 5.
You need 9s, but you never know.
It might happen. Oh, look. Roll 11. Hits. Pal 10 or Pal 11. Kills them. Sweet. That's what I wanted.
Yep, doesn't happen twice.
Now Borka's not engaged. Because you had that one that was like...
Yeah, the guy giving him flank. I mean, you're still engaged by Imperatus.
Yes,
so
but like Borka now can move up without leaving that guy's melee.
Yep.
Because he only was 0.5 melee, so that was like a huge thing for me. Because now I'm thinking like, do I impact charge and try to get an impact attack? But there was no way of me actually doing it without hitting Rock. And I can't afford to hit Rock because Rock is pretty weak right now.
Yeah, he's got 2 systems out, or?
Yeah, I think he has... Honestly, I think he has 1 left in his mind and and all of his spirit.
Right.
So like he did 18. I think he did 18. Borka walks up, butt scooching upwards, doing some attacks here. I was fishing for the crit on my bear to knock you down.
Yep.
Unfortunately, didn't get it. It's only a POW 14 on my bear, I think.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, the bear's quite strong, but
it's more for the knockdown because if I hit you, I get my bear then gets an extra die for damage because I have what is that called on Borka?
Trash, I think.
Yeah, trash.
Yeah,
so it's pretty neat. I enjoy it. I've never actually get to use it before, but so now
you hit me pretty well, but you're not rolling great for damage.
Now I'm debating if I use my last focus or not because I just spent 4.
And you did like 7 or 8 damage.
You have a few boxes. You have 4 left there, and you have about 5 left in total.
Yeah, so like there's 5 boxes because those are the 5 he healed.
Yeah.
And then he has 4 left in his shield. So you did a total of 12 in his shield. Yeah, you did 11 damage to him.
Yeah, so
11 damage and 4 Borka attacks is
pretty weak.
underwhelming.
POW 14 with POW 16.
And
stone.
Don't forget that. What's your mat? Are you mat 7 or 8?
I am at 8.
Yeah, so you need 5s to hit, and your dice -2.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like you should have probably done a couple more points than that.
I feel like I should have made you reset.
Of the 2 of I'm. Oh yeah, because have you not even triggered?
No, I haven't even triggered it yet.
Oh my god!
I figured Borka should have resetted you. Yeah, exactly. So
that makes this so much worse, John. I forgot that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured 3 slags would make me reset, but that would be it. But no, apparently they just did a bunch of damage to me.
They left you on like 18 boxes.
Yep.
And then I couldn't reset you with my caster.
Yeah. Yeah, because I healed a bunch with Phoenix Field. Yeah.
So I should have reset you with my caster. That was my plan. Well, I used I used 2 of my fear to heal Rock. Rock's healed. You resetted. I killed you.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Yep.
Like Rock has no problem, but I had a primal Rock for this. I primaled Rock to get this done. So now I'm short Rock next turn.
Yeah.
So he's primaling, he's berserking, he smacked my bear and did a shit ton of damage to it. Like insane amount of damage he hit my bear.
+2 against the bear.
Yeah, so he knocks out his mat. Or his
body?
First roll, whatever it was.
Mind?
Mind.
Yeah.
Hits knocks out his mind. I'm like, are you kidding me? So now I have to heal him with
I mean, you can afford to heal him. At least he's not
I'm just like, oh my gosh.
It'd be worse if he was a war beast in your battle group.
Yeah, then I can't heal him.
Because Borka would have already activated.
Yeah. So I'm activating my little caster, Brun. Maybe now I'm activating Brun. It's different. Like I'm going back and forth between these. I'm going to activate him. I'm going to activate him. I'm like, I need to make a decision and figure out what I'm going to do. So I told Tim, give me a second. I'm going to proxy some shit.
Give me a second. I'm going to proxy some shit.
Yeah.
Famous last words. Those usually precipitate an assassination.
It usually does. So what I'm trying to hear is to get him move and use his frost hammer to spray and kill as many immortals as I can. It's blocking your caster, so my bear can charge your caster. That's my plan.
It's not a bad plan.
But then I need like Frosthammer to hit, and like Rat 5, and it takes 2 to Frosthammer.
Yep.
It's quite scary.
Yeah, because you're only actually Magic 4, right?
Oh yeah, Magic 4. Yeah, it goes off Magic. Magic 4.
I mean, you've got a Blunderbuss too, but presumably you now have to spend one of those Fury to heal the bear.
Yes, I do.
So relevant.
So I Blunderbuss 1, or I boost 1 to hit, kill 1, and I miss the other one.
It's probably about right.
So the bears, now I'm like, okay, your charge lane is not there. I don't want to take a free strike by the bear because I think the free strike will basically kill my bear.
Yeah.
From a weapon master.
Well, if it doesn't kill the bear, it's going to do the 1 damage necessary to cripple that aspect again.
Which
is a problem.
Yeah, I can't afford that, so I can't take that chance. So now I'm thinking about, okay, I need to jam as much as I can the bear in front of as many guys as I can.
Yep.
Without killing them, because I don't want to kill them. Because at this time I'm thinking, okay, Vengeance isn't proc now, because I'm still thinking, oh, it's not there.
I haven't killed any of those Weapon Master guys, so they don't have Vengeance. Little did you know.
Yeah, so I killed like one of the infiltrators.
It's a bit of a gotcha here. I sort of wished that I'd that I knew that John thought he wasn't triggering Vengeance.
Yeah, it goes both ways, because I should have known that, but also like I thought he was just a solo away on the bottom of the table. You were just throwing away to a primal. That's what I thought.
You're like, Tim's just bad.
No, not at all. So my bear goes in and kills infiltrators. And at the start of this turn, Tim's like, okay, Vengeance. I'm just like, what? Really? Vengeance? Where? I didn't kill any! But he's like, no, you killed a Soulless. I'm like, oh, he's part, yeah, okay.
It was all according to the plan.
Yeah, you just point at the slag. That's where you killed him. Like, are you kidding me? Arm comes up and everything. Like, I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, great, here we go. I should have just killed as many as possible. So, Tim, your turn. You didn't kill me. I killed Imperatus, but I still feel like I'm pretty much behind quite a bit.
I actually incidentally did a lot of attrition work on my feet turn, and this turn you had some things that didn't really go super according to plan, and because my assassination run like went so far south last turn, you actually ended up transferring a lot of damage to important targets of opportunity. And actually, like, the MVP of my team here was Rock doing that much damage to the bear. Like,
Bear's almost dead now in one
I feel
shot
like
after a
Vyros
Vengeance.
quietly hands Rock a 20 and says, like, thanks, man. Appreciate your help. Because, you know, probably buys him some beer.
A primal Rock under stone.
They're Iosans. It's probably
Smack the bear.
need.
Like, it was just insane.
So the Chimera here runs. It apparated a little bit and ran. It's now engaging Borka. And I'm like, let's do this, kids. Yeah, so Vyros,
Number 2?
remember that thing I said before about how Vyros is a goddamn monster and he has flank and starts at mat 8, reach POW 14? He's speed 5, although he goes to speed 7 under mobility, so he's got like a 12-inch threat range.
You just rolled 20 to kill the bear. Like, you know, the bear is taking...
I mean, the bear had 3 boxes when I rolled the 20 to kill
3
it.
hits, though, and that's it. One from
He took a
Hawk,
bunch of vengeance hits.
one from Hawk, and two Vengeance hits. Oh, yeah,
And then
charge.
also a charge there.
Okay.
Yep.
But, like, just that rock hit just basically put that bear so far behind.
All right, so here's the moment. It's coming. Vyros charges in. Full stack. Boost hit, mat 10.
Defense 14.
Oh, doesn't even boost. Look at me, I'm a man. Doesn't boost after rolling the double ones the previous turn. And I guess you've got a transfer?
Armor 20 with 1 transfer.
Right. So we realized that Slag, who frenzied last turn, is still out of command.
No, he's in command.
Oh, he was in
He's
formation.
in command.
Yeah, so you got him this time.
So I basically killed the Slag. His Slag's on 1
Yep.
life.
Slag's toast.
You hit me again, and you do another couple points. Down to 2 points.
Yep, buy another attack.
Misses!
Nope, that hits.
Oh, flank. Never mind.
Mat 10, because Vyros is a monster.
And you need, like...
And I'm like, power strength 14. I wonder if I should boost this. Fuck it, we'll just kill you. Tough check? Tough check?
Tough!
Oh, you're tough. Oh, you're tough. Cool.
At this point, I'm like, I'm on a bear, so I should be steady, but no. I'm knocked down. My bear gets dead. My bear's knocked down.
Buys an attack.
Auto hits and kills me.
Kills you.
Yeah, that game went back. That game was like 2 assassination attempts from you. One attempt to try to kill.
Everything.
Proteus didn't work.
Proteus. You
Whatever.
mean Imperatus?
Imperatus. I feel like my feat was perfect. Like, I feel like if I didn't feat
Yep.
that turn, I was actually probably dead most of my army.
Yeah, for sure.
Overall, overall, it was a great game. I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun.
Yep.
Next week, I'm switching to Borka1. Should be fun.
That's exciting. Join us next Monday. I'll be playing Vyros1 against Evan still on Strakov. So I'll see if I can dethrone Evan, who dethroned me with Thagrosh. And we will continue our Challenger series. Hopefully John can stay on a caster for more than one game.
I've done it once.
Done it once? Okay. Cool. All right. Thanks very much, guys. If you've got any comments or feedback in the video, please give us a comment below. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/ArcaneAssist. Subscribe to our video channel. Follow us on Twitter. All of those details are below. And if you have like a more detailed question or you want to ask something really specific or request a specific matchup, you can always email us, arcaneassistpodcast@gmail.com. We love feedback. And we're still a relatively new channel, so we appreciate you telling your friends about us. Have a great day. See you next Monday.
Thanks for watching.